What's up, people? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Okay, Days of Our Lives. I enjoyed this episode for the most part. Eve Donovan is a sick bitch. I get that she don't want JJ with Paige. I can understand that, but I think that they're a boring couple too. Like, that's just my opinion on this. But what she did and what that girl Jill did was so low. I mean, come on now. You would stoop that low just to get him away from your daughter, to have some chick drug him and seduce him, kiss him, force him to kiss her while he's in a drug induced state, and then send a picture of it to his girlfriend. That's low. Even for Eve. Like, seriously, that's your daughter and you would do that to her? Like, that's some fucked up shit. And she's sitting there on the couch with a big ass glass of wine. I'm like, this chick, evil bitch. And people think Kristen DeMira is bad. Like, seriously? So she drugged him and sent the picture to Paige, and she pretended like she was sending it to Rory, Paige, JJ's friend, but in reality she was sending it to Paige because Paige was at the hospital with Mary Beth, because Mary Beth, that bitch, was pretending like she had a shoulder injury. In reality, she just set that up to get Paige away from the party. So she looked at her phone and saw the text message with the picture of JJ kissing that girl Jill, and she pissed. And Mary Beth's friend comes over to Eve's apartment to let her know what happened or whatever. And Eve rushes her out the door and she's happy. Sick ass bitch. So Daniel or whatever, he was at the hospital. Paige was asking him about his date with Jennifer. I'm like, what date? They didn't have a date. Daniel didn't even know that him and Jennifer was supposed to have a date. She just popped up at his apartment like there was no date. I don't even know why these kids are all up in Daniel's love life. Like, why does his love life with Jennifer, what does that matter to Paige or JJ or anybody? Like, what did y'all care about that for? Even if they did ever get back together, they was gonna break up again anyway. So what is the point? So Daniel, Rory's brother, found JJ in the park or whatever, unconscious, sitting on a bench. Decided to pick him up and take him home. Daniel was at Jennifer's house, I guess, to go over there and try to, probably apologize to her or whatever. I don't know why. And that's when he ran into JJ, and he thought that JJ was drunk. So he took him back to his apartment to get him straightened out. And JJ, finally got his mind back right. And he decided to take JJ to the hospital to see if he had any drugs in his system. So while JJ was in the hospital, he got a phone call from Paige, and Paige was pissed, asking him, was he in that girl Jill bed or whatever? And JJ had no clue what the fuck she was even talking about. And she mentioned the picture that he sent her, that he thought he sent to Rory. So after they hung up, he looked at the picture and he was shocked at the picture. And he showed Daniel. Daniel saw it, and he said that JJ had drugs in his system. So JJ came to the conclusion that he had to be set up by that girl. And he was wondering if the girl had something to do with it. But he don't know her too well. All he knows that her name is Jill. That's it. He don't really know too much about her. This shit is so sick and crazy. Anyway, Nicole, she was at the fucking Club TBD talking with Aiden. I don't know. It sounded like she was trying to figure out because she filed a lawsuit or something like that. I'm like, what is this bitch doing? Alienation of affection or some shit. I don't know. This bitch crazy. So Hope came in there crashing a little party. And Nicole left. Hope and Aiden were talking or whatever, and Hope was telling him about what happened with her and Bo. I can understand Hope lying to herself about her feelings for Aiden or whatever, and I know a lot of people don't want Hope with Aiden because it's forced or whatever, but I really don't care if she hook up with Aiden or not. I mean, my thing about it is, it's been 2 years since Bo left. 2 years is a long enough time for her to move on. And she has the right to move on. Should it be with Aiden? Maybe, maybe not. But she has a right to move on. That's her prerogative. That's what she do. She got a right to move on. But it's clear that she don't know what she really want to do because she's still trying to hold out hope for Bo that he may come back. But I just feel like all of this is a mess.
He was always tracking me down, telling me
it's just a big ass mess. Like, it's either she's gonna be with Aiden or she's not gonna be with Aiden, but you can't keep getting jealous every time you see Aiden talking to another woman. You can't keep getting jealous over that. Like, you're not even trying to be with him. Like, so just because he's sitting with Nicole don't mean shit. They're just sitting and talking. That's it. Like, chill out. She even tried to pass Jennifer off on Aiden. God, no. Aiden better not ever hook up with no Jennifer, please. So Eric or whatever, he's at the pub and he's talking with his grandmother. I love Caroline. I really do. She's like the matriarch of not only the Brady family, but of Salem. Like, I love her. She's a wise woman. But Eric, the thing about him is, it's obvious that he basically has a love-hate relationship with Nicole. 1 minute he loves her, the next minute he hates her. Nicole is sitting around blaming Kristen for all the bad in her life. You can't blame Kristen for everything in your life. Like, you created this mess. Had you not shredded those documents that could have exonerated Eric, he wouldn't be pissed at you. Why are you blaming Kristen for that? You made a conscious decision to get rid of the evidence that could have helped him. So that's your fault, not Kristen's fault. That's your fault. You weren't drunk when you did it. You didn't have a gun to your head. You were of clear mind when you did it. So that's your fault. So don't go around trying to use Kristen as a scapegoat. That's your problem. So she comes into the pub stalking Eric as usual. And he needs the money or whatever, so he's selling his pictures or whatever online or whatever. And she bought a couple of the pictures and he told her not to do that. It's obvious he still loved Nicole and it's obvious she loved him, but he has a hatred for her as well. So it's kind of, his hatred is outweighing his love for her at the moment. I don't know. I'm just over this whole thing because it's stupid to me. So anyway, Chad, he bumps into Abigail. And they're talking or whatever, and he overhears her conversation about Ben, and he was wondering if Ben was the new guy in her life. And he was talking about, how he hurt her a year ago, before he left. And then he moved on to the big question, to the big topic. Her sleeping with EJ. And he unloaded on Abigail. He really did. Like, he unloaded on her something fierce. And I loved it. And then she gonna slap him in the face. Like, seriously? You had that coming. Chad has every right to be pissed about this. Like, he really does. Because he feels betrayed. Even though him and Abigail weren't together and he was gone, you know what I mean? During the time that she hooked up with EJ. But still, like, that's his brother. You don't do that. Personally, I don't want Chad to go back to Abigail. I don't want him to still have feelings for her, even though I know he do, but he's pissed at her too. But she's not worth the headache. She's not worth the trouble. Like, I think Abigail is a beautiful girl, but she is just a slut bucket, basically. I don't condone shit like that. Like, come on now. You sleep with one brother, now you're sleeping with the other one. It's like, that's messy and it's nasty. And downright trifling. So Ben comes in or whatever like that. He's pissed that Chad was talking to her in that kind of way. Ben better go sit his ass down somewhere because that's a Demira. You better go chill out. I mean, I know that he all buff and all that, but still, you're no match for Demira. Sit down. You can't even deal with your own father and get rid of him. So there's no way you can beat a Demira. There's no way. So him and Abigail decide to call off their date or whatever. Because, the night is pretty much ruined. All in all, I'm sick of Abigail. She's annoying. Ben, you can do better, but that's on your own stupid fault. If you want to be with that ditzy girl, then that's your choice. Anyway, today's episode, it was straight. It was cool for what it was. I hope all you have a great day. See you later.